Okay, guys, welcome back. Okay, so let's move this mic a bit lower. Okay, so this is the E28 that we've been busy with, right? And I've had this car featured a couple of times in our walkthroughs and so on again. So this car came in as a cream colored E28 55E that's getting a multi-valve double vanos setup. So it came in basically just for a respray and motor, and then we decided to take suspension off. We're going to be doing undercarriage on the car. We've done engine bay already, so the engine bay is actually painted already. The boot is actually painted. We masked the car off now on the interior side, and we're getting ready to shoot color or base basically on the exterior. So we're going Glacier Blue on this car. Just a quick recap of this vehicle. This car came in creamy color. We started flattening down and all the paper started getting clogged up purely because the paint was still wet, and this car was painted like about 3 years ago or so. A thick layer of paint. It took us ages to paint strip it. So this guy actually took a mixture between blasting, paint stripper, and adhesives to strip down. Got the car onto metal. Body wasn't too bad, but it wasn't that great either. It took us a long time to put and file this body down and get it nice and straight and actually get it to the point where we want it now. And I'm very excited to actually shoot this guy in Glacier Blue. So Glacier is still a very nice color. Remember, this car, we're not too sure what we're doing on with kit as yet. We're building it up as an M5 wrap, but I think we're going to build it up as almost the US spec wrap. So I don't really want to put a, let's call it the SA spec kit on it. I don't really want to do that. So we're still busy with kit on the car, but doors are on, boot lid is on, bonnet is on, engine bay is done already, boot is done on the inside. We're going to shoot you. Lush, just give us just a back view quickly of the line of the fender. So we're nice and straight on the fender. Right, again, body work on this car. We spent tons and tons of time on body work. So let's grab a glimpse of the roof quickly. This is not like the coupes where we got nice wide fenders that we can work on. When I say nice and wide, it's actually more of a challenge on the wider fenders. But it's supposed to be a bit easier, but you still pick up your issues, especially on the doors on these cars. So this is just going to be a quick video, just a paint video today. Let's see how this car comes up. Okay, so Atul and them left here at I think 10 or 11 o'clock last night. And you know Atul is, when he gets into the groove, he gets into the groove. No matter what you say, what you try and do, you can't get him out of there. So I got now, today Saturday morning, we basically got back into the booth and came to see the car. He's actually very excited because this is Glacier Blue, right? So let's go through it. And this is how she came out. So I think she came out good. She came out very good. Right, so I did pick up an issue. I see it battled a little bit on the bonnet. Okay, the roof came out stunning. So as you guys can see, we've actually I got the walls painted. We've got lighting, different lighting in the booth. So we're experimenting. We've changed pressure regulators as well in the booth, and I see the difference in it. Right, so we're playing with different pressures. I actually need to ask Atul if he came right. The bonnet, he picked up a couple of issues on the bonnet. So I see there is a couple of fisheyes and a couple of dust spots. That can be contamination. That can either be coming through the airline, through the gun. But to give you a little bit more, understanding when it comes to these colors here, right, is that you pick up something that's called, I call it clouding, right? Some people call it blemishes, they call it, okay, I know it is clouding, right? I can't remember the other terms now. But look at this, look at this. I really think Atul outdone himself. So there is I see he's battling on this angle here a little bit. right? Or it's dust coming from somewhere. So I need to figure out what's going on with this booth. And we might have to just take it apart to a certain point. But look at this. Look at this panel. I'm going to go down with the light. So have a look at the light. So I'm talking about this light here. Follow it through, right? Just look at this light. So you see a bit of a ripple in there. The ripple is what we need, right? The ripple is called orange peel. And this is a consistent orange peel that we're pushing for and that we're fighting for, we're striving for on the car. So let's follow the light. Now we followed it vertically, right? And you can see it's a consistent ripple. Now we're going to follow it horizontally, right? And you can see it's a consistent ripple across. So that's actually, let's try and get it on the roof here from this angle. We start here, right? Okay, it's a consistent ripple. That's the orange peel ripple that we're looking at, right? And we want that orange peel because if you look at the car looks, it doesn't look like it's, when it's done, when we finish cut and polish, this car actually needs a minor cut, right? It needs a minor cut. So we're not even cutting, we're not even going through the processes of going, with a, I think they start cutting all the way from, they can start cutting all the way from 800, right? So if you want to go with a flat look, if you want to go with no orange peel, you start cutting from 800, you go 800,000, 1,500, 2,000. And you can, I believe now in the States, they're stopping at 8,000, right? But 8,000 is like, it is crazy, right? So cutting is not like a week's job with them. It's like almost like a 2-week process. That's cutting and polishing. But they actually dump a lot of clear coat on it to compensate and get it down to a flat layer. Again, I'm going to emphasize on, I'm going to reiterate that we don't want a flat look. We don't want a glass look. We want a glossy look with a little bit of orange peel. So we're not going to flat all the way down with it. So with this guy here, I think we'll actually start the flatting process on a 2,000 paper, right? And we might end it on a 2,500. I don't even think we're going to go all the way up to your 3,000 and 4,000. And that's where everybody's going through. So that is not taking off finer scratches, minute looks, but now you start affecting the orange peel level of it, because the more you're cutting, trying to get a glossy look, the more you're trying to get minor scratches out of it. When I say minor, sometimes you might not even pick it up with the eye. But we're cutting away the orange peel, and we don't want that, right? So we might not have the high gloss factor, but we've got the finish that we're looking for. And this here comes over time that we're learning. So it's front fender here. Look here, look at this. Let's just go through with this level of orange peel on it again. It's a consistent layer of orange peel, right? And I think since I started the orange peel videos, let's call it that, a lot of customers that didn't even know about orange peel actually understand it now, and they're starting to look for it in the cars. So if you look at how this guy is, look at the gloss factor, look at the originality of the color. Atul's got a nice run here. Right, so these runs here we're going to try and eliminate, but it's very hard. So it's one run that I can see on this car, right? But besides for this one run here, okay, and that's a run on orange on the clear coat, so we can manipulate it and clear it out properly. Look at this. Look at this line. Look at the sharpness of this line, right? There's curvature in it, there's sharpness, there's definition in it. That's what we want. Right, the bonnet, we've got basically a nice line curve in the bonnet again. We can see the curvature, we can see the, right, look at this. And this color came out beautiful. Let me take it back so you guys can see a little bit more. Damn, this color came out nice. This color came out nice. And it's got a run here on the fender. So what this here tells me is that he's battling. Oh, he tried to fold something up here. He tried to cover something up. So what we are struggling with, right, is, okay, so we're not painting the inside of this car because I didn't strip it out completely. This is just going through a color change. What we're struggling with in the business at this point in time, in the panel shop side, is quality control, right? Quality control from quality control from your blockers, quality control from your panel beaters, your pin filers, and so on like that. And between Atul and I, we are hands full because we've got to go through it, and we tend to miss these like they were covered up on the fender. And we're spending a lot more time. So instead of us being able to do 2 cars a week, meaning spraying 2 cars a week, we've down to 1 car a week because we're trying to control that. So from a financial point, from a business financial point, it affects us because you're not pushing out the numbers. But I've also gotten to a point where, and I had a couple of chats with customers over the past 2 weeks, where I don't care anymore, right? I will make the numbers work from my side, but I'm trying to get the quality to that point. So having said that, I don't really care about it. I'll figure out the numbers, I'll make it work, but I'm not going to rush and just make people happy with time and get their cars painted and have issues on them, right? I will redo and redo and redo until we get it right. And I think if we carry this philosophy through, if we carry this principle and mindset through, we should have quality work coming out of the shop like we are having now at this point in time. So again, restorations take ages. The triple threes took us ages, but the reality is we don't have comebacks. People are enjoying their cars, they're driving the cars, but it comes at a cost. So bottom line is, I don't care anymore. We do it properly. Complain about it, complain, it's fine. But I'm not going to make a person happy time-wise, and then they back by me 20 times afterwards. So guys, anyway, I'm happy with how the car came out, and I was actually excited because this car has been in bodywork for ages and ages and ages. And we can actually get it now into our shop now, put it in the queue for assembly. We're busy with a whole lot of assembly cars. I can't really put it on content. I'd love to. So the customers that have been in the shop here, they've seen what's going on and they're mind blown, right? I'm going to figure out how I can get it on content. And yeah, anyway, you guys do what you guys do. Enjoy and let me know what you think of this. We've got another video that I'm busy with the build up, so it's on that shadow line that's on the rotisserie. I'm trying to do a timeline video for you guys. I'm busy in stages with it. It's actually going to take like 2 weeks to make the video up, 2 or 3 weeks until the car is done. So bear with me with content. I'm just trying to get proper content out to you guys and not just small snippets. But it is time consuming. Anyway, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share, and drop a comment and let me know what you guys think. Cheers, guys.